Tsukui. Greetings, I am Tad Larkin, the lore master of Manda-LORE, and today I'll be digging through the archives to bring you technical readouts and the history of the Pellaeon-class Star Destroyer. The Pellaeon-class Star Destroyer was a capital ship designed by Kuat Drive Yards for use in the Imperial Navy of the Fel Empire, circa 127 years after the Battle of Yavin. Designed to be much larger than its Imperial-class Star Destroyer predecessors, the Pellaeon-class came equipped with a Class 0.75 hyperdrive, reinforced Durasteel armor plating, and standard shielding. Though the top sublight speed for the Pellaeon-class is still classified, we do know that she's propelled by one massive central KDY drive and 6 smaller drives. Armament for the Pellaeon-class consisted of 50 heavy turbo laser batteries, 50 turbo laser batteries, 40 heavy ion cannon batteries, 30 tractor beam projectors, 50 proton torpedo tubes, and some refits even sported interdiction field generators. Crew requirements for the Pellaeon-class needed 8,450 personnel to operate the vessel at maximum combat effectiveness. She could carry up to 2,700 troops, 11,000 tons of cargo, and could store enough consumables to last 6 months before needing to dock for resupply and refueling. Lastly, the Pellaeon-class supported a fighter complement of 4 squadrons of TIE Predators, 48 TIE Preds in total, and about 6 shuttles and support craft. While we don't have details when exactly the Pellaeon-class was developed or introduced, we can infer that around a century after the Battle of Yavin, the Imperial Remnant, now revitalized under the Fel dynasty, sought to modernize their fleet of aging Star Destroyers, left over from the Galactic Civil War. The Fel Empire's newfound prosperity would have allowed them to commission Kuat Drive Yards, a longtime contractor for the Empire as well as the Old Republic before it, to develop a totally modern design for a new class of warship. The result was the Pellaeon-class Star Destroyer, named for the famous Grand Admiral Gilad Pellaeon, protege of Grand Admiral Thrawn and short-time Supreme Commander of the Imperial Remnant in the years before Jagged Fel's and Jaina Solo Fel's ascension to the Imperial throne. Taking the classical wedge shape which had become a staple of Kuati design, the sloping of the Pellaeon-class's armor was dramatically increased to allow wider arcs of fire for its weapons batteries, negating a weakness common in the old Imperial-class Star Destroyers. In 127 ABY, the Pellaeon-class was soon put to the test. Following a disastrous backfiring of a terraforming project that sought to repair the damage to worlds devastated by the Yuuzhan Vong War, hundreds of worlds seceded from the Galactic Alliance, weakening it. Imperial worlds were affected by the fiasco as well, and some of the Palpatinist members of the Moff Council saw it as an opportunity to regain the Empire's former glory, so a grounds for war was found, and Emperor Roan Fel was advised to declare it. Imperial Pellaeon-class Star Destroyers slugged it out with Galactic Alliance MC-140 Scythe-class cruisers in a myriad of battles. However, despite the offensive capabilities of the warship, the Fel Empire was losing. It wasn't until Darth Krayt revealed himself to the galaxy and began openly backing the Fel Empire that the momentum was shifted in the Empire's favor, and eventually, fleets of Pellaeon classes were in orbit above Coruscant, and aided in its recapture in 130 ABY, ending the Sith Imperial War. Following the recapture of Coruscant, Darth Krayt betrayed Roan Fel, making an attempt on his life and declaring himself the new Emperor, and so a majority of the galaxy, as well as the Empire's vast fleets of Pellaeon-class Star Destroyers, fell under his command. However, Roan Fel fled to the old Imperial capital on Bastion and rallied his supporters, and other Imperial loyalist worlds and their fleets joined his cause as soon as they got confirmation that he was indeed alive. With the Second Imperial Civil War now in full swing, it was all too common to see Pellaeon class versus Pellaeon class, and once Fel entered into a shaky alliance with the remnants of the GA under Admiral Gar Stasi in 137 ABY, they were soon bolstered by MC-140 Scythe cruisers, the very same that they were firing upon years before. Following the conclusion of the Second Imperial Civil War and the Darth Red insurgency, the Pellaeon class remained a crucial main capital ship of the Fel Imperial Navy, and by extension the newly formed Galactic Federation Triumvirate. This ends my findings on the Pellaeon-class Star Destroyer. If you have any suggestions for future transmissions, don't be afraid to drop a comment. Special thanks to my patrons, Wildcat144, Zexend, JTribs1997, Wirefox Terrier, AJ Can't Think of a Good Pun Right Now, Zim the Despot, Matt Patton, Hawk2274, Cal Scarata, Angry Mutt, Chris Evans, Mayo4, Yisnack Jr., and Inert Productions. If you'd like to support this channel and perhaps even commission your own video topic, please visit my Patreon to find out how. Link is in the description. In the meantime, keep your comm channels open for future transmissions, and don't forget to subscribe. Tad Larkin, out.